What's going on, guys? My name is Wolfwill and welcome back to another Spyro 4 related video. So it has been a while since I have covered anything to do with Spyro 4 in regards to ideas and concepts in my mind, but I felt it was needed that I had to come back to sort of go further into the whole multiverse thing, because there were a lot of really good points in the previous video I did, which was the Spyro 4 Multiverse Connections, because in that one I talked about how potentially at some point down the line we could have Spyro, Crash, Ratchet & Clank, Jak and Daxter, and Sly Cooper all come together. But if we're being honest, it would be sort of better if we end up going two ways. What I mean by this is we have Spyro and Crash with a crossover of their own, and then eventually Ratchet & Clank can get a crossover with Jak and Daxter and Sly Cooper. What this means in that case is, instead of having all of these characters sort of crowded in and having like not a lot of screen time or development for each of them, it will be good to sort of separate it out so that there is an equal contribution and equal development for all of the characters. Now, Spyro and Crash, as we know, have already had their own crossover in the past before with the Crash Purple and Spyro Orange conspiracy series of games. I can't remember the full name of it, but it was on the lines of that. And I do know that Ratchet & Clank have actually crossed over with Jak and Daxter and Sly Cooper in the past before, but I didn't really hear many good reviews about that game, and I think it's because of the fact that there wasn't really a lot of development, as we've sort of already spoken about. So if we're gonna look at a crossover with the characters, it probably would be a good idea to keep it as two separate crossovers for the time being, so that we can build up the characters a lot better. Now, in regards to what Spyro 4 should be in lines with this, I 100% agree that Spyro 4 just needs to be a Spyro game, not a crossover just yet, because Crash obviously got a brand new addition to the franchise, which was obviously It's About Time, which was a Crash adventure. It wasn't anything to deal with crossing over with other characters. I mean, obviously he was exploring different timelines, with Ratchet & Clank going a similar approach, but basically different dimensions due to the Dimensionator. So with Spyro in this case, his adventure can be, as I've mentioned, with a multiverse theme, but basically traveling to different dimensions or realities, basically, because that's where we could bring in Cinder, for example, where she might be from a different reality, and Red probably won't, but Red could have a contribution to the events that lead to it. What could then happen afterwards is potentially Spyro 5 could end up being the crossover with Crash. Now, I'm not entirely sure what the plan with Crash is going to be, but as we know, at the end of the fourth game, Uka Uka is alive, as we know, and he finds Cortex on the beach. So either there is going to be a fifth Crash game where it's going to be another adventure just for Crash, or somehow it could link into a crossover with Spyro. And the way we're going to know is depending on what type of post-credit scene or secret ending we will get with Spyro 4 when it eventually releases. So pretty much that was all I really had to say. I just wanted to clarify that I really do agree with the points that you guys made in the previous video, which I will leave the link to that in the description below, and there will be a title card as well for the video up on the screen now. But I really think you guys have made some really good points, and I definitely agree with them. Having it as two separate crossovers would be a lot better than trying to crowd them into one, especially with the whole developer situation as well, because they have different publishers for each one. Because Activision, for example, they have Crash and Spyro, but they don't have the other characters, so there's a little bit of a mix-up in that case. So that's why if we have them as separate crossovers, for one, there's no mix-up in developers, and 2, it would help for character development and sort of makes it flow a lot more smoother with what's going on. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you are new to the channel and you do like what you see, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on bell notifications to get notified of all of my uploads. And if you do have any other suggestions as to what else I could cover Spyro 4 related, in regards to say any theories, ideas, concepts, whatever, you guys can let me know down below in the comments, and I might be able to get to them most likely. So with that, I hope you guys have a really good day, and I will catch you guys in the next one.